How you doing, Paint with Rick? I'm just gonna paint today. I just gessoed this with white gesso, and I squirt a little bit of burnt umber in the gesso. And look at that, I got like a brown underpaint now. So I'm just gonna paint. I got cerulean blue. I just barely put a little bit of blue in there with more white to get a light blue sky. If you saw the painting I did last night, my sky was like super, super blue. So I made sure to lighten up my sky today. But look at that color on that brown uh, underpaint. It's pretty amazing. I'm going to try and do something creative today. We'll see. Put some gray in here. Something innovative. I don't know. It'll just pop in my head as I'm painting. It's acrylic paint. I think I'm just going to paint today and hopefully get somebody interested out there if you want to learn how to do some landscapes with acrylic paint. This is acrylic paint, and I just kind of demonstrate some of my techniques, and every week I come up with something new. So and it's fun, it's relaxing. I mean, I could paint all day if I could, but that's what I'm trying to get to that point. I'm getting ready to start, selling at all the markets and stuff like that. Farmers markets, they're coming to an end, but I joined up with a group here in Seattle that they sell art. That's all they do is sell their art. No vegetables. So that's good. You can kind of see some of my old painting here. It was just water down here and then some trees across the back. It was an old painting. It was an old painting I did years ago that had, no depth to it. It was just a mountain, a few trees, and water. Very simple painting, so I'm going to paint over it. I have pictures of it, so it's not gone forever. It's just not gonna sell. So I figure I'll just paint something new over it. I'm gonna put a few mountains. I think I want to have a lot of depth to it, so I'm gonna put my mountain up high. I'm gonna have a mountain in here, but I want to have some distant mountains in here as well. So that'll be the main mountain, but I want to have some distant mountains way in the back here that you can barely see. Just like that. All right. Looking good. So if you're new to the channel, I live in Seattle, uh, and I mean there is nature is everywhere out here. Cool nature. We got water. We got the Puget Sound. I don't know if you don't know what that is. Seattle's like surrounded. The city's surrounded by water, and way back in time the glaciers cut this water inland and created the Puget Sound. So Seattle basically surrounded by water, but we're not by the ocean. It's you got to go all the way around the sound to get out to the ocean. And on your way out to the ocean, you pass all these cool islands on the way out to the ocean. And then you get out there, you go up north, you'll get up there by Canada. Right now I'm designing, believe it or not, designing on the fly here. So there's my main mountain, and of course I want to have some trees coming up way up into the sky here. It's looking pretty good. I didn't even lay anything out. I'm just I'm gonna have these hills just the way they are. I like that. Couple hills back there, and then I could do more hills up front here maybe. We'll see. I'm kind of deciding what to do next. It always helps to have a plan, but I'm thinking maybe I can bring some water around here. Water around here and down into a lake or something. We'll see. So a lot of times what I'll do if nothing's hitting me, I'll take some of my blue here and kind of put some blue down in here like this. Just like that. Maybe this will end up being some kind of pond or something, you know. Just like that. And I can have water run from back here into that pond. Let me keep coming down. Since I was going to make this a snow scene, but look at this. I mixed so much green. So now I want to have some green hills in here. So I'm going to use this green that I got and I'm going to put some hills in here right now. I'm using water in a cup to wet my brush, and then I'll grab the paint. And what I'm doing right now, this is the underpaint, the brown, but this is also underpaint. I call it, because I'm still designing the painting. Because I'll play around with this green while it's up there. I'll blend it in more in certain places. I'll add white to it up here to change the tone a little bit, or the tint. Then make it darker down here. So right now basically I'm designing all the hills, and then I'll put trees in, clouds, snow. I mean, it's pretty fun. Let me put another hill now on the other side here. This one's going to be really far away. So I'm going to lighten it up quite a bit. I'm going to lighten this one up a lot because you can either put blue in it or white. But I want this hill, since it's further away, to be a little lighter than this one. That white will soak into the green and make a different tone. Look at that. Look at that. I really like that. And now I'm seeing up here, I could have another hill up here if I want. I'll make it light, a light green hill above this one. So that's how I paint. I'll just start picking things out. So there's another hill way, way, way back there. And if you want to keep your green going, lightly glaze that gray with your green. And then you can make that look like green pasture back there if you want. Blend it into that gray color. Look at that. Wow, I'm really using the greens today, but it's only one color I've used. This kind of like mixing as you go. Mix the paint as you go. It's fun. It's not that hard. I mean, just watch me paint a few paintings and give it a try. It's really not that hard. Landscapes are probably the easiest to learn, okay? Because everybody knows what a mountain looks like. You know what a hill looks like. Water, trees. It's very simple, okay? Since this one's starting to look like more like a pastel, I'm going to keep up with that on the whole painting. I'm going to put light colors on everything now to keep that effect going, okay? I really like that. So now I'm down to my water here. I'm going to put a little bit of dirt around this pond now. So I'm going to use burnt umber and yellow ochre, just a brownish color. I'm still working the underpaint here. Just going to put some dirt down here around the whole pond. Maybe there's some kind of chemicals in that water where nothing is growing around it. How's that sound? Not too good, huh? Just joking. We're going to put some shrubs around this thing. There, we got a little pond now. This already looks better than what the painting that was underneath, so don't be afraid that I painted over an old painting. This already looks 10 times better than what I had. So this is pretty much one color in here now. So what I do, I don't really need to explain everything. If you want to just watch today, I'm going to add some dark tones in here now to make it look different. Like maybe everything on the bottom add some dark tone to it. Just blend it in. This is how I design it. It's looking good. So yeah, I live in Seattle. Uh, if you're ever coming out this way, give me a shout. I can show you some cool places out here to go check out. I live like right near Discovery Park. It's awesome. You could spend weeks out there. Get lost out there with all the trees and stuff. They got a lighthouse out there. Trails everywhere. It's pretty amazing. All right, so I got a pond here. So down here, I'm thinking I want some kind of trail coming through here. So what I'm going to do is put it in real quick with I mixed red and black and got this reddish color. So I'm going to use that color for like some kind of trail here. And then add a little white to the top part. Get it some different values going in there. Just if you lay one color down on the painting, you got it'd be kind of nice to mix another color with it. Okay, when you're painting. Because if you don't, then it just looks like a crayon, like you did it with you could have just painted it with the crayons. So every time, I kind of call it two color painting. If you're going to put a green down, add another color to it when you're done and even darken it up. But this is just still the underpaint because I'm still going to work this trail. The trail's not going to look like that. I'm just getting the color underneath. So I'm going to put some green around the trail now, some grass. So I'm just going to lay the grass in like this, real loose. I have some grass in there. And then over on this side, some grass. And just like that, I got all the underpaint done, and I got the kind of the idea of the painting on the canvas. Okay, I'm not following any picture or anything. This is pretty fun to paint like this. You just paint from your mind, you know. Because if you've been out in nature, you should have a good idea of what things look like. I guess the hardest thing is to do is kind of, making these hills is kind of hard. Today I'm like leveling them off first and then I drop it down. But sometimes I'll bring the hill from way here and bring it down like this. See? And then I have to put trees on there. It just doesn't look right. So I caught this today by looking at some of my older paintings. Well, I'm like, why don't I just level that off and then bring it down? See? Like that. So I think it looks pretty good. It might help out, it might not. We'll see what happens. So, all right, there. So there's all the underpaint. Now I'm gonna start and do some clouds up there for you. Get a smaller brush. It's a lot lighter than the one I did yesterday. That looks really good. I like the pastel colors in there. Putting the white in there. I never know what kind of clouds to do because I mean there's so many different ways to do them. So uh, just gonna brush them in like this today. Nothing special. Very simple style today. It's just I'm using the brush and keeping the clouds uh, kind of all going in the same direction because the maybe the wind current is blowing them all like to the right like this. And then I'm going to add some shadows in there. Simple clouds today. My brother just sent me a text. When I first started painting, I used to do pop art. Uh, and I did a painting way back when I lived in Las Vegas of Dick Butkus. And I guess he died today. He was a football player, linebacker for the Chicago Bears. And my brother has that painting, and he put it on his Facebook, and he said everybody's digging the painting. But I don't do the pop art anymore, because believe it or not, it's almost like it's not rewarding to me like a landscape is, you know. Because it's almost like I feel like you're just copying a picture of somebody, putting it on canvas, and it's not really, to me, it's not art. This, if you paint along with me, your clouds are going to look different. It's not going to look like mine. You're going to have different color. It's going to look way different. I could come back next week and try and do the same painting, and it'll even look different. Okay, that's what I like about landscapes. They always come out looking different. All right, I like those clouds. Maybe these are the type of clouds I could add some pink, very little bit of pink up there in those clouds. So I'm going to put on my color on my mountains now. This is really fun putting this on with a knife, okay? Uh, these are going to really, I've been doing the mountains with brushes for the last month. Uh, but now I'm going to go back to the knife because the knife can really make these mountains look realistic, you know. I mean, you could go back and watch my last 4 or 5 videos, and I use a brush, and it does not look like that at all. You don't get the break in the snow with the brush. You can, you just got to know how to do it, but with the knife, look at that, you can get all these different spots of snow, and it leaves some of the underpaint there, and it gives the mountain a little more things going on in there, you know. What I did just now, I imagined the light over here on the right coming down on the mountain. Have you ever tried to make like a pyramid uh, with the sides? It's almost how you design your mountain when you're putting this color up on the right side, okay? Giving the mountain dimension. There's different ways to do it. Like if the light is coming straight on, then you're going to have uh, pretty much light here in the middle and then darker inside here. So this is the easiest way to do a mountain. One side, the light's on one side and the shade on the other. So I'm going to do the shade side now. very light blue. Very light blue with a little bit of gray in it. But kind of rushing. Take your time. What I'm doing is basically everywhere I have white, I'm just putting a little bit of this blue next to it. Even on the bottom here, it'll kind of create a cliff there. You know, if you just put a little bit underneath the white. Take your time and work the mountain. And you don't have to cover all the gray up there either with this color. You can let some of the gray stay in there, okay? Just like that. That's probably how I'll leave that mountain. I kind of like it. You can put some of this color, even though the light's on this side, over here where you see where there's some spots where the white didn't quite cover, you can put this blue color in there, okay? And create some ridges in there. If you just take your time. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring some cliffs down in here. And I'm going to put some mist down here on the bottom. Let's see where I'm at right now. 34 minutes. Not too bad. Better start going faster. Otherwise, this is going to be a long video. All right, I'm going to use a small fan brush for back here. I'll just paint. You can watch. So right now, I work at Michael's, the just to do something. That's the Michaels. I bought that Michaels 2023 plaster thing back there. I'm gonna paint it up. They came out with that for Christmas. I think it's the first time they've had it. So uh, those are gonna be trees. Believe it or not. Maybe I'll put yeah, this hill's gonna be a little. I'll put some distant trees on this hill way back there. That's way back there. All right, let's put some trees here. Coming down this hill. This isn't the best brush that I'm using because it's flimsy, and if you dip it in the water, then it kind of holds too much water. So this brush is it's good for making small trees, but not a lot of them uh, at one time. Plus, it's like I said, it's very flimsy. All right, there we got some. Let me switch out this brush. Let's bring some more shrubs down this hill here. Much better brush. All right, looking good. I'll try and put a little bit of this is the brush I had problems with the other day. I left the paint on it. Put a little dirt underneath those trees. Yep, this brush has had it. I'll have to really clean it. It's looking pretty good though. I really like the trees. I just got to find the right color for this grass now. I think I'm going to glaze that with some more yellow up there. I really like that yellow color in there now. It'll turn the grass to even like a bright green. Maybe the sun is just hitting right down in there. Let's try it over here. Glaze this with yellow. Yeah. All right, brought the trees out more. I like that. All right. What this scene needs is like a regular tree, right? Like maybe coming from here and then right over the pond, not too far up into the scene. Just a small tree here with some leaves on it. But I won't have time to do that. It's already at 43 minutes, so it's looking pretty good. I like how that mountain looks far away back there. This mountain came out great, man. It looks awesome. Let me show you how I sneak we'll sneak some water from way back here through here, around here, and right into this pond. I use a knife like this just to lay it out. I just get a little bit of white on my tip, and I think I'm going to start it way back here. Just keep it small. Just put it on the tip of the knife, and I'm going to wiggle down some water through here. Just like that. It's going to look like it's coming from way back there, coming through here. around. And down into the water here, just to lay it out so you can kind of see how it's going to look. Doesn't that look cool? Filling up the pond. All right, guys, this is pretty fun. I like this one. I ruined my my Robert Simmons brush. It's, look at that. If I spread it out, it's okay. Let me put a few trees over here. And I think I'm going to do that, what I said. I'm going to put a regular tree over here. But I'm probably going to do it off camera. You'll have to watch. You'll have to look at it on the community page. I'll put a post. Yeah, see, it won't even pull up bushes anymore. It's a cool looking pond. Put a tree there. I'll have to move my water over here now because I want it to show that it's coming into here. I just kind of covered it up, and I can still move it up here a little bit. Look at that. I mean, I could finish the scene with these evergreen trees because they're easy, but I'm telling you, I think this painting would look good with a regular tree here. Like coming from right here. Just getting the pond lined up with some weeds and stuff here. Wow, I really like it. looking good. Wow. This looks way better than what I had on there before. Look at that. Maybe I'll find that the picture of what was underneath this and do a before and after. But look at that so far. Well, just what I got in there looks pretty cool. We'll have to see what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. Oh, fruit fly. Can't wait for those fruit flies to go away. It's definitely getting cold enough in Seattle now. All right, guys, that's about all I'm going to do on this one. It's pretty long video already, but still, I like the way the clouds came out, the mountain, the idea with the water coming down into this pond. I mean, you could do this scene and then just add your own tree here. You could just add more bushes here and put an evergreen tree if you want. I always do evergreen trees, so it'd be nice to put a regular tree here, but the reason I don't do them on the video is because they take too long, so. But there you go. I really like that one. Looks, I gotta bring the knife back into my mountains. I've been doing them too long with a brush, so you could see how the knife works so much better up here. You get these nice edges, you know. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.